Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? You are welcome to Solo English with a new video today. So please participate. شاركوا معنا في القناة وسنزيد إن شاء الله عطاء آخر بكل ما له علاقة بالقسم وما ندرسه ونعمل في القسم. So what we are doing in the classroom, like teaching, testing, and so on. So today we are going to talk about testing. You know, testing consists of two things. We have, as you see on the blackboard, we have classroom progress test and function. So testing is divided into two sections. We have classroom progress test, which is very important, and we have the function of testing. What is it? So here we have ongoing assessment or continuous assessment, المراقبة المستمرة. So it is formative. We are going to see why formative, and we can start from October, November, December, January. Up to here, we have what? 3 quizzes. You can have 3 quizzes here, plus wrap-up test or global test with comprehension, language, writing. But quiz is just for 20 minutes, for 30 minutes. We focus just on one element, either structure or grammatical structures or vocabulary or reading or writing. Okay, this in second semester we have February, March, April, and May. So we have 3 quizzes in English. Of course, I'm not talking about other subject matters. In English, we have 3 quizzes plus wrap-up test or global test at the end of, for example, January. We give a global test, which consists of text, reading comprehension, and language and writing. And here we have evaluative or evaluation. So the difference between ongoing assessment and evaluation. Evaluation is achievement test. It is the last or it is summative. It is achievement test or exams, like regional exam and the back exam. It is given at the end of the year to test what exactly. And when we test, we should know what to test, when to test, why to test, and how to test. So we are going to explain this. It's very important. What to test what I have taught, what I have, especially quizzes. If I have taught, for example, 2 units, within these 2 units, we have grammatical structures, we have vocabulary, we have functions. So I want to know what I have taught. Is it grasped? Is it understood by the students? So this is what to teach. It can be grammar, it can be vocabulary, it can be functions, it can be writing, it can be listening comprehension. Okay. And when after 2 units or after 15 days or 20 days, it depends on your class, on your level, on your, okay. And why to test? To see if my strategies, my teaching strategies, is it successful? Is it correct? Is it good? Because at the end, the test shows the result for both, for students and for teachers. And how to test, this is a big problem, because when you have 45 students or 40 students, it's a problem to test with large classes. What to do? Either we divide the class into 2 groups. If we have 2 hours, you can take the half class and the half class for the second hour. Of course, here it is too demanding because you are going to prepare maybe to test, or maybe you are going to change the test. You cannot do the same test. So as you see here, continuous assessment, we are going to focus on continuous assessment or progressive assessment, because it gives it contributes to the development of students' learning. As you see here, continuous assessment is formative. Formative, it means it forms, it shapes students' knowledge. It gives knowledge, and it gives more ideas about teaching strategies used by the teacher and students' learning. It is a process-oriented. Of course, there is a process, because from quiz to quiz, there should be a development. And the focus is not on marks. is not on marks, is not on marks, but on students' performance. What students do in testing, what mistakes they made, and what is their knowledge. We evaluate their knowledge. It makes teacher give a remedial work. If a test gives, for example, half the classroom didn't get good mark, 20 students didn't get average, it means that there is defect either in test or in teaching strategy or in teaching techniques. Maybe the teacher is going to see where the defect is, and he is going to change his teaching strategy. He's going to change, of course, the method he uses. Maybe it is not successful. Okay, and his techniques. Students get familiar with rubrics and the form of questions. This is the advantage of quizzes. Quizzes gives the information about what type of questions that we give in the exam. For example, if we say, give the correct form of the word, or give the correct form of the verbs, or rewrite these sentences, it means students get familiar to it in the exam. When they come across these questions, they know what it is exactly. So under rubrics, of course, type of scoring, we have 2 points or 1 point for each question, etc. So this is the advantage of quizzes. Quizzes is not for marks, but quizzes for information, to get information either for teacher or for learners. That's the advantage of quizzes. Evaluative test, it is a summative test, or it is achievement test. The concern of this test is it can be given at the end of the semester or at the end of the year. To do what? Why to do it? To check if the learning objectives are achieved during the whole year or during the semester, what we have taught or what the students learned, to check if they grasped the program, if they have learned the program they have, or the syllabus, what we have in the syllabus. So we have achievement test, or at the end of the year, when we like the back exam and the regional exam, we give it at the end of the year. So it is not formative. Maybe the students don't see their results, they just get the final result, but it is not progressive. It doesn't give any information about their testing or about their correction, or sometimes we don't correct with them. It's not like quizzes. Okay, this is the importance of evaluative tests. So it is given at the end of the year, like exactly the back exam. How to design a test? As you see on the blackboard, so we have first planning the test. We shouldn't prepare at random, but we should plan what to test. We have two things. We have linguistic skills and communicative skills. Linguistic skills concerns vocabulary, grammar, functions. And communicative skills, we have, for example, answering the questions, expressing themselves when they have to discuss something in a written form, for example. This is communicative skills. So in tests, normally we have think of what to test after 2 units or after 1 unit, or when I prepare a quiz, I should know what to test exactly. So we have vocabulary matching. We match the exercises, for example, A, B, C, D with 1, 2, 3, 4. MCQ, multiple choice questions, and blank fill-in exercise. Blank fill-in is better because there is context. In fact, it is communicative, because students should read the sentence and should understand and to find the correct word. Then grammar, we have rewrite the sentences. For example, for first year and second year, we have clauses. We have sentences and clauses. We have reported speech, passive, wish, conditional, and so on. So we use rewrite the sentences as the form given in the exam, in the back exam. MCQ, it's the same, and matching. Okay, this is the kind of grammar questions. For functions, we have matching. We have, for example, first sentence for first sentence and with the second sentence. We have, for example, if I say you had better see a doctor, and you match it with, is it opinion, is it suggestion, is it advice, is it, that's what we mean by matching. And what the sentences express, what do the sentence express? If I say, for example, what about going out? This sentence, what is it? Is it suggestion? Is it advice? Is it opinion? Right. And write the conversation. We have dialogue, just A and B, they are speaking. For example, if I say, I have problem with my my work or my exam, or so what do you suggest? And B suggests, expresses an exponent of suggestions. Say, if I were you, I would. Okay, this is right conversation. For reading comprehension, when we prepare a text, we prepare true, false, with justifications, of course, WH question, and sentence completion. Okay, then we have synonyms, antonyms. What do and we have word reference. What do the following words, for example, pronouns, what does this word refer to in the text? Types of tests now. What types of tests do we know and do we have, especially at school? What is important is what we have at school. So we have diagnostic test. It is given in the beginning of the year when the teacher comes for the first time with when he contacts his students. So she or he wants to know what students know about the syllabus they have. To test the previous year, so to test the general knowledge of the students, to know the level, to start with the syllabus. Before starting the syllabus, we should know the students' level. And the quiz, of course, quiz, it is just what we have just taught, maybe 1 unit or 2 units, the second unit, and we give the questions about grammatical structures or vocabulary that we have taught, to see if they have grasped what we have taught. And of course, we have a wrap-up test or global test. It is given in January, at the end of January, to test or to see what we have learned during the 3 months or 2 months, okay? 3 months, maybe October, November, December, and January, we give a test. Achievement test, it is an exam, of course, it is at the end of the year, as I said, or at the end of the semester when we finish the semester or the year, the whole year. And proficiency test to measure his overall level, to know the level of the students, what he knows. And aptitude test to measure his capacity in language. For example, when we join a center, American center or any English center, we want to know where to put him, in A or B or C or D. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome again to Solo English. This is what we are talking about today, about testing. And testing, as you know, especially the classroom we have in public school or in private school, what kind of test we give. We have quizzes and the test, the global test, and at the end of the year we give an exam. This is the most important things to do. But when we test, especially ongoing assessment focuses on what we know about the teaching strategies. Is my techniques, my strategies are successful or they are failure? So when we give a test, the test is a mirror which reflects the students' knowledge and the teacher's work, of course. Thank you very much. You are welcome today. Again, see you next time with more activities and more teaching strategies. Thank you very much for listening.